So we're going to show you the way that I create album artwork here for my songs. The easiest way that I've personally found is to use something called canva.com. If you're just starting out or if you're new to this sort of thing, here's what you need to do with your album artwork, and that is to keep it simple. So you don't want to do a few things. You don't want to use other people's copyrighted material. You don't want to go to Google image search and find a cool image and use that, because you're going to run into trouble. Those are copyrighted images. If you release to a lot of these platforms and they identify a copyrighted image, then you're in trouble. You also don't want to use brand names, logos, hashtags, @symbols, websites. Think about album covers that you used to see as actual CDs or records and try and replicate something along those lines. Doesn't mean you have to be like everyone else. You can be unique, but simple is better, especially when you're releasing your first song or you're getting stuff out there. So I use canva.com. There is a link down in the description, and I use the full paid version here. So if you want to use the pro version, you get a whole lot more tools here. And as you can see, all of the different thumbnails and all the album artwork and all the creative stuff that I do here on the channel is all done using canva.com. But I'm going to jump into a free account here just so that you can see that even if you haven't paid for the pro version, you can actually do some pretty neat stuff here in canva.com. So what I'm going to do is create a brand new design. Now, here's a tip. Regardless of what you're using, don't use, if you come in here and you go CD cover or album artwork, see how it's got these CD covers here? Don't use them, because they're usually at a lower resolution than what the streaming platforms will need. If they're at 1000 by 1000, or in this case 1400 by 1400 pixels, that is not enough. It needs to be at least 3000 by 3000. So that's rule number one. If you do nothing else, if you listen to nothing else about your album artwork, do that. So we're going to, instead of using this, we're going to hit this custom size button here, and we're going to say, let's make this 3000 by 3000 pixels, and we're going to hit create new design. So what we can do now is use a bunch of tools that we have here in Canva. So there's a bunch of stuff you can go into, which we won't go into. You can upload your own photos. You can use the photos that are here within Canva. There's a whole bunch of photos. And now the key thing here is that some will have free next to them and some won't. So if you want to use them, you need to make sure that they're the free photos. To make sure that you don't get yourself into any trouble, what I recommend to start with is just do a really basic design. So I would use just a background. Again, you can check all these backgrounds. Some of them are free. The ones that don't have free there, if you try to add them like that, you'll see they'll have a watermark. So you don't want that. You don't want a big Canva watermark on your first record that you're releasing. But if we go with something like, this song's called Toxic Ego. So let's go with something like this. That's a pretty cool background, yeah? But here's the thing, I wouldn't just use it on its base value, because what you can do is you can hit this edit image button and you can start tweaking it. So I'd at least throw a filter on this. So let's just test a few filters. We want maybe something, oh, that's pretty cool. So see how that's kind of changed it up a little bit. And then you can come in and do some more editing. So you can adjust all sorts of things here. So let's just push the contrast up a little bit more. There you go. So now we've created something more custom to us. Now we just need to put some text on here. So let's grab the text tool. I kind of like this glow one here, so let's hit this. Oh, that's not bad. So we'll type in the name. So Toxic Ego is the name of the track. And then it's literally just drag and drop placement here. So we'll move this around. We'll put it up to the top here. We'll make it big like that. That's not too bad, but not too keen on that color scheme. So we can adjust the colors here. So we need a lighter, more contrasting color. So we'll just tap on here. What about some of the, oh, there you go. One of these brown colors that's come in here. That's pretty cool. Is that effect the one we want? Maybe. Let's go to the effects. I actually think that we'll, instead of the neon, let's go this lift. Yeah, no, that's not working with the color scheme. So what if we go lift and, oh, there, now we're getting there. That's it. We've got that real contrast going on there. So Toxic Ego, I like it. We'll copy that one and paste it, just using our Control-C, Control-V, and let's just put my name. We don't need my name in lights that big, so we're going to small it. And you can see how simple it is. Within the space of about 3 minutes, I've created something that is 100% usable. And you can see you've got cool things there, like it'll center it. See those little pink lines? It centers your text. It does everything that you need it to do. And I don't know, but I might actually use that as my album artwork. What do you reckon? I'm going to use it. So once we've done this, we just need to download it. So download here, I would suggest that you use JPEG. It's the most universal type that we can use. And the thing is here, with the free version, is it'll only give you this quality at 80%. If you want that quality to go all the way up to 100%, or if you want to increase the size here, you do need the pro version. But this is going to suffice for what we need. So we'll download that one. It is a JPEG of Toxic Ego. That's going to download and be ready for us to use in our project. So we'll just click it down here and make sure it's going to pop up. There it is. Boom. Nice. Done.